There we go. So starting on our mat in mountain pose, feet under the hips, let's just move with our breath, relaxing the shoulders, inhale them up and then relax them back and down the spine a couple times, finding some space through the front of the chest and the collarbones. And then we're going to move the opposite direction. Okay, good. And then just come to a nice tall upright position, shoulders back, relaxed away from the ears, shoulders stacked over the hips, hips over the knees over the heels. And just take a couple breaths looking straight ahead. Just noticing how your body feels. And then gently lower your chin down towards your chest. Bring one ear over towards the shoulder. Let's come back through center, opposite ear, opposite shoulder. So move gently, just a couple times each side. Good. And now let's bring our left ear to the left shoulder. Keep the chin tucked in slightly, so we should feel a stretch through the right side of the neck. Pick up the right hand, flex the wrist, press away through the palm, gradually feeling that stretch intensify as we reach the hand away from the torso. And let's release the right hand back down to the right side, bring the chest to center. Sorry, the chin to the chest in the center, right ear towards the right shoulder. Feel that stretch through the left side of the neck. And then pick the left hand up, flex the hand or the wrist, press away through the palm, and breathe. Good. Let's release. Chin to the chest, lift the head up, interlace the fingers, reach the knuckles away from you at shoulder height, round the back, create a nice C shape, and look down towards the mat. Roll the shoulders back, straighten out the body, lift the chin off the chest, bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders back, reach the thumbs away from the tailbone, lift the chest and look upwards. Good. And let's release. Roll the shoulders back. And we're just going to do a couple hip circles while we're standing up. So just a gentle circle and switch sides. So really reach the knee almost across the body to the opposite hip. And you can reach your arms out if that feels a little bit more balanced. And then try going the opposite direction just a couple times. Good. All right, arms down to our side. Let's step to the top of our mat and do some sun salutations. So starting in mountain pose, roll the shoulders back. Let's move with our breath. Inhaling, exhaling, palms together. Inhale, lift the arms up, gently arch back. Exhale, forward fold, fingertips down to the mat. Inhale, right leg back, knee down, foot flat, look up, and curl the toes. Exhaling, left leg back to plank. Inhale, exhale, lower, knees just in forehead or chaturanga. Inhale, slide forward, press the palms, lift the chest. Exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward dog. Inhale, right leg forward, left knee down, foot flat. And exhale, left leg forward, feet together, look at your knees. Inhale, arms up, gently arch back. Exhale, release. Inhale, exhale, palms together. Inhale, arms up, gently arch back. Exhale, forward fold, fingertips down to the mat. Inhale, left leg back, knee down, foot flat, look up. Curl the toes, exhaling, right leg back to plank. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, slide forward, lift the chest. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee down, foot flat. And exhale, right leg forward, feet together, look at your knees. Inhale, arms up, gently arch back. Exhale, release, arms by the sides. Inhale, exhale, palms together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg back, knee down, foot flat, look up. Curl the toes, exhaling, left leg back to plank. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, slide forward, press the palms, lift the chest. Exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward dog. Inhale, right leg forward, left knee down, foot flat. And exhale, left leg forward, feet together, look at the knees. Inhale, arms up, gently arch back. Exhale, release. Inhale, exhale, palms together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg back, knee down, foot flat, look up. Curl the toes, exhaling, right leg back to plank. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, slide forward, lift the chest. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee down, foot flat. And exhale, right leg forward, feet together, look at your knees. Inhale, arms up, gently arch back. Exhale, release. One more set. Inhale, exhale, palms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg back, knee down, foot flat, look up. Curl the toes, exhaling, left leg back to plank. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, slide forward, lift the chest. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg forward, left knee down, foot flat. And exhale, left leg forward, feet together, look at your knees. Inhale, arms up, gently arch back. Exhale, release, arms back down to the sides. Inhale, exhale, palms together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg back, knee down, foot flat, look up. Curl the toes, exhale, right leg back to plank. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, slide forward, lift the chest. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee down, foot flat. And exhale, right leg forward, feet together, look at your knees. Inhale, arms up, gently arch back. Exhale, release, arms by the side, shoulders back away from the ears. Let's take a nice deep breath. And we want to be standing towards the top of our mat. We're going to move into some warriors. So let's take the right foot and step back a little bit more than a stride. Rotate your hips, shoulders, and chest towards the top of your mat. If you look down at your feet, your heels would be on a straight line, okay? But we're keeping our hips forward. The back knee is rotated about 45 degrees to take some of the tension off. Sorry, the back foot is rotated about 45 degrees, take some tension off the knee. So let's inhale both arms up. And as we exhale, we're going to bend the left knee, sinking into our warrior one. Relax your shoulders away from your ears and breathe, looking straight ahead, pressing deeply into the right foot, turning on that quad, tucking the tailbone under slightly to get a little bit of a stretch to the right hip flexor. Good. Let's exhale, straighten out the left leg, lower our arms down. And now we'll open up the torso towards the right side or the long side of the mat and walk the right foot back. So open up the stance as well. Now the left heel is pointing towards the right arch for warrior two. Arms extended. Let's inhale. And exhale, bend the left knee, sink it down over the heel or ankle. Turn your head and look just past the left fingers and breathe. And let's flip the left palm now up towards the sky. Peaceful warrior. Lift the fingertips up. Let the right hand relax back along the right thigh or calf. And just tilt the chin and look upwards. Reach through the fingers. Find a little bit more length through the arm and torso. Good. Let's come back to warrior two. And exhale, straighten out the left leg, lower the arms, press off the right foot, and let's come back to mountain pose at the top of our mat. Good. Switching sides, right foot is grounded, left foot now steps back, a little bit more than a stride, toes turned out 45 degrees, hip, shoulders, and chest come back towards the top of the mat. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, bend the right knee, stack it over the ankle, shoulders drop away from the earlobes. Breathe deeply, rooting back and down through the outside edge of the left foot, pressing firmly into the right foot. Excellent. Let's exhale, straighten out the right leg, lower our arms down. And now open up the stance, stepping the left foot back on the mat, rotating the torso and hips towards the left edge of the mat or the room. Inhale, arms up, and exhale again, bending the right knee, sinking into that warrior two lunge, making sure the knee is over the ankle, toes toward or knee towards the middle toe. Turn the head and look past the fingers. Squeeze the shoulder blades back and together. And now flip the right palm towards the sky, reach the fingertips upwards as you relax the left arm back. Just rest it lightly on the left leg. Tilt the chin and look up towards the sky. Good. Let's bring our arms back down parallel to the mat and straighten out the right leg. Relax your arms down to your sides and press forward off the left leg, coming back to mountain pose. Excellent. So shake out the legs. Let's come towards the middle of our mat. And we're going to work on our chair pose to continue building strength and heat through the quads and the lower body. So our feet are under the hips, toes are pointing forward, shoulders are back. We'll bring our hands to prayer position. Let's move with our breath, taking a deep inhale. Exhale, bending the knees, reaching the tailbone back behind us until we lower down into that invisible chair behind us. So weight is evenly distributed. We can wiggle our toes. Once we're as low as we can go, we're tucking the tailbone slightly, bringing the ribs towards the hips. Keep the back nice and tall. You guys are doing great. Keep breathing. And exhale, press through the feet, straighten out the knees, come all the way up. Excellent job. Shake out the legs. Should be nice and warm. And now we're going to find length in the quad. So moving into dancer pose. So let's root down through the left foot, spread the toes wide, shoulders are back, eyes are up and focused. When you're ready, bend the right knee, reaching back, grab a hold of the foot or ankle. Start by stretching the quad, pulling the heel towards the glute and reaching the right kneecap towards the floor. Breathe into the stretch. And then when you're ready, reach the left arm all the way up towards the sky. Again, take inventory here. Once you're steady, hinge forward, reach the left fingertips towards that point you're focusing on. Draw the right toes up towards the sky. Keep breathing. Excellent. Let's release. Roll the shoulders back. Stack them over the hips. Lower the left arm. Lower the right foot. Shake it out. Okay, switching sides, rooting down through the right foot. Spread the toes wide, shoulders back, eyes up and focused at your own pace. Bend the left leg, reaching back. Heel to the glute. Reach down through the kneecap. Take a couple deep breaths here before moving on. And then lift your arm up. And when you're ready, begin to hinge forward, keeping the eyes focused. Good. Let's take one more breath. And then with control, roll the shoulders back, lower the arm, lower the leg. Excellent. So let's keep our left foot under the left hip and bring the right foot just behind the left. So we're crossing at the ankles. Inhale, both arms up. And as we exhale, let's reach forward as we fold over the thighs. When you can't fold forward any further, just let the arms relax. Bring the chin towards the chest and look towards your knees. Move the head side to side, really letting the neck and jaw relax. If you'd like to intensify this, bring your hands around to the back of your right ankle or right calf and pull your chest in a little bit closer as you reach the crown of the head down. Let's release the legs, round up, stacking the back. Keep the feet crossed for the time being. And we're going to bring the left hand to the left hip, right arm up towards the sky, and then over to the left side, feeling a stretch through the right side of the torso, maybe even into the hip flexor. Breathe. Good. Let's come back through center, lower the right arm down, and bring the right foot back under the right hip. And we'll switch sides. Left foot crosses back behind the right. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Let the head and neck relax. If you brought your hands behind the ankles or calves, give it a try now if you haven't already. Pulling the chest down, reaching the crown a little bit closer to the feet. And let's gently release, rounding back up. Good. Let's bring the right hand to the right hip, left arm up and over to the right. Good. Let's come back through center. Lower the arm, And bring the left foot back to the left side. Shake out the legs. And let's make our way to the back of the mat. So we're going to move into our yogi squat. So walk your feet about mat width apart, toes turned out, about 45 degrees. I say this every time we do this one. This one takes a little bit of getting used to, so you may need to lift up and come back down a couple times if you need to replace the feet, because we want the full foot planted on the mat. So you can either hinge forward, bending the knees, using the hands for support, and then lowering your hips down, or you can just move directly down into your squat. But if you find that you're kind of floating in midair, chances are your feet are too wide. If your feet are too close together, the heels are going to pop up. Okay, so we want to find that happy medium where the full foot is planted and our hips are as low as possible. So we're kind of just letting our body relax and kind of hang here. But what happens generally is the knees roll inwards. So we want to really work on opening and lengthening the inner thighs, pointing the kneecap towards the middle toe, using our arms also as a little bit of a counterbalance. So use them to press the legs away from the midline. Bring the hands to prayer position. Let's hold it here, breathing deeply. Excellent. Let's lean forward, plant the hands on the mat, lift the hips up so we can rotate the feet to parallel, and then lower our hips down to our heels. So we're going to balance on the balls of the feet now. Walk the hands in, walk them up to the thighs if you can, roll the shoulders back, stack them over your hips. Find a point to focus on. Good. Hands down to the floor. Gently lower the knees. Sit back on the heels. Take a nice deep breath, stretching the soles of the feet. Excellent. Let's lean forward and come onto our hands and knees. So walk your knees back a little bit if you need to. Make sure the knees are under the hips, the hands are under the shoulders. Let's do a couple cat cows to warm up the muscles along the back side of the body. So exhale, arch the back, draw the chin in towards the chest. Inhale, round the spine. Exhale as you arch. Inhale as you round. Move at your own pace. Good. Now let's come to a neutral spine. We're going to add the arm and leg to continue building strength. So let's inhale, right arm, left leg up. Exhale, bend the knee and elbow, tuck the chin, look back towards your feet. On your next inhale, let's hold the arm and leg out. If you're up for a little bit more of a challenge, we're going to bend the left knee and reach back with the right hand to grab a hold of the foot. Think about reaching the toes and hand up towards the sky. Excellent. Let's release, lower the hand and knee down to the mat, and we'll switch sides. Inhale, left arm, right leg up, lengthen, and exhale, draw the knee and elbow together. Good. Next inhale, let's hold it. nice and long, or take that variation, bending the right leg, reaching back with the left hand, reaching the hand and foot upwards. Excellent. Let's release, lower the hand and knee down to the mat. Sit your hips back on your heels. Let's take a couple breaths in child's pose, rounding the body and the spine over the thighs, breathing deeply. Let's lift our head, look forward, and walk the body forward on the mat, coming down to our abdominals, creating a pillow with our hands by resting one hand on top of the other and our cheek on top. Bring the toes and heels together, connecting the legs. Slide the hands apart, bring the hands under the shoulders, lift the palms about an inch off the mat, and then turning on the muscles of the lower back. Let's inhale, gently lifting the face, neck, and chest little by little off the mat. Think about reaching the crown of the head up towards the sky. And let's come down with the same control. Lower the chest, and then stack the hands, rest the cheek on top, let the heels roll away from one another. Let's try that again. Bring the toes and heels together. Slide the hands under the shoulders. This time, keep the palms planted under the shoulders. Spread the fingers wide, elbows bent, tucked in next to the rib cage. As we inhale, let's lift the face, neck, and chest. When we can't lift up any higher through the lower back, then press our hands deeply into the mat. Use the triceps to come up a little bit higher. Continue to think about lifting the crown up towards the sky. Our shoulders are back away from our earlobes, and we're breathing deeply. Good. Let's come down, use the triceps. Then let the back take over. Coming all the way down, stacking the hands, resting the cheek on top, letting the legs relax. Good. Let's keep our legs relaxed. We're just going to reach the left arm straight out in front of the left shoulder. Right arm reaches back. Let's bend the right leg, pull the heel in towards the glute. So just like dancer pose, we're reaching the right kneecap down towards the bottom of our mat, pressing our hips slightly deeper into the floor. Let's switch sides. Release the right foot, bring the right arm forward. Bend the left leg, reach back with the left hand, grab a hold of the foot or ankle, pull the heel towards the glutes. Good. Now we'll do both legs. So you can keep the left foot in your hand, or you can reach back at the same time for both legs, but pull them in, starting with the quad stretch. Now let's put it all together. So inhale, face, neck, and chest up. Roll the shoulders back together. Press the feet into the hands, and let's lift our toes up towards the sky for bow pose. And lower the thighs down. Release the hands, press the palms into the mat, lift the hips up and back. Coming into child's pose, you may want to walk the knees a little bit wider, big toes together to get a little bit of a deeper stretch in the lower back. Let's lift our heads up, look forward. We're going to walk our bodies forward, come into plank. So hands are under the shoulders, fingers are spread wide. We're creating a straight line down the back of our body from our shoulders to our heels. Let's be mindful of where our feet are. Walk them at least your own foot length apart. So this does make the plank a little bit easier because it creates a wider base of support, but we're going to do that because we're going to transition this plank into side planks. So draw the navel in towards the spine without lifting the tailbone up. You want to keep it down. And we should be looking down towards the space just a little bit further out from our fingertips. So not quite between them. Now moving into our left side plank, let's drop our heels down to the left side, press into the left palm, lift the right arm up, create a nice long line down the length of our arms. If you'd like to modify this, you can always bend the left leg, bring the left shin down to the mat, or to make it more challenging, you can stack the right foot on top of the left, or lift that right foot up, turn on that medial glute, draw the abs in a little bit tighter, and try and hold that leg steady. Excellent. Let's come back through center. Again, adjust the feet, maybe walk them a little bit wider apart. And now we'll move to the right side. So heels down to the right, press into the right hand, lift the left arm up. You can try any of those variations on the right side. Keep breathing. And let's come down through plank. And now back to downward dog. Tailbone up, press down through the heels, find length through the back of the body. Pedal our heels a couple times. And on your next inhale, let's take a big step forward with the right foot. So come into our low lunge, drop the hips down and forward, and breathe. Okay, from here, let's lift into our high lunge. You can always take the variation with the back knee or heel on the mat. Let's take a deep breath in. As we exhale, press into the right foot, turning on that quad, rolling our shoulders back, stacking them over the hips. Let's bring our hands to our heart today and look straight ahead. Keep pressing deeply into the feet without lifting the hips up. We want them low and forward. Getting the most out of that left hip flexor stretch while strengthening the right quad. Excellent. Let's fold forward, hands down to the mat. Gently lower the left knee if it's not already there. Flatten the top of the foot to the mat. And now let's walk our hands up to the right thigh. So we've already done some of our back bending asanas. So we should have a warmer lower back. So we're going to move into crescent moon pose. So our legs stay down and forward in nice low lunge, but we're going to inhale our arms up and back. So keep the palms parallel to one another. We're going to open the chest towards the sky and just lean the shoulders back, reaching the thumbs back towards our back heel, creating a crescent shape along the back side of our body. So from our hands, down our arms, down the back, to the tip of the left foot. Let's take one more breath here and release. Exhaling, Gently lowering our hands all the way down to the mat. Let's come back to this low lunge. Just hold it here for a moment. And now let's shift our hips back for our hamstring stretch. So straighten out the right leg, lift the toes, and hinge the body forward over the right leg. Look down towards the knee. Good. Let's walk our hands forward, lower the right foot. And now we're going to take our right hand, pick it up, bring it between the left hand and the right foot, and walk the right foot out towards the right edge of the mat, and then turn the toes out about 45 degrees for lizard pose. So we're going to start by bending the elbows, lowering the torso down towards the floor a little bit at a time, maybe bringing the forearm, one or both forearms down to the mat, pulling the chin towards the chest, and looking straight down at the floor. We should still have the full foot on the mat for this version of the posture. We're going to lift it up in just a second. Good. Let's straighten out our arms, lift the chest. And now rotate the toes out 45 degrees if they're not already there. Think about opening from the hip. So the whole outside edge of the right leg is going to move a little bit closer to the floor. The sole of the right foot is now off of the mat. The weight is on the pinky side edge. Bring the right hand back down under the right shoulder. And one more time, bend the elbows, exhaling, lowering the torso down towards the mat. If you feel any discomfort in the knee, let's begin to straighten our arms up and possibly pull the leg in a little bit closer, because sometimes if our hips are tight, we end up moving the leg kind of from the knee joint, and we shouldn't be putting any sideways pressure on it. So it's really important to think about opening from the hip. Good. Let's release. So straighten out the arms. Bring the foot back to the floor. Walk that foot back in. Bring the right hand around to the outside of the right foot. Let's curl the left toes, lift the left knee, and step back to downward dog. So you might feel a little bit stiff as you step back. That left hip flexor and quad have really been opening up as we did those postures. So just take a couple breaths, pedal the heels, let the head and neck relax. We'll start fresh on the opposite side. So let's inhale, left foot forward now, between the hands, coming into our low lunge. Good. Moving into high lunge, adjust the back leg if you need, knee or heel to the mat. Walk the hands up, roll the shoulders back, and let's bring the hands to our heart. We should be pressing deeply into the left foot. Can you sink down and forward a little bit more? Excellent. Let's fold forward, hands back down to the mat, lower the right knee and the top of the foot to the floor, moving into crescent lunge. So walk the hands up to the top of the left thigh, rolling the shoulders back, stacking them over the hips. And then bring your arms down to your sides. On your next inhale, let's sweep them forward and up. Reach back through the hands, arching the back, lifting the chest towards the sky, finding length through the front of the body. Keep dropping the hips down and forward. Excellent. Let's release. Hinge at the hips, bring the hands back down to the mat. And now let's press back for our hamstring stretch. That should feel good on the back of the body. Nice counter pose. Excellent. Let's release. Walk the hands and foot forward, moving into lizard. So pick up the left hand, place it between the left foot and the right hand. Walk the foot a couple inches over towards the outside of the mat. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, begin to bend the elbows, lowering your chest down towards the floor, maybe coming onto a forearm or both. Good. Let's straighten out the arms, lift the chest, and rotate the left foot towards the outside corner of the room if it's not already there. And now open up from the hip. So transition the weight of the left foot onto just the outside edge. So we're opening the outside of the leg down towards the floor. And then gently lower your chest again. Good. Let's straighten out the arms. Bring the sole of the foot back down to the mat. Walk the left foot inwards towards the midline, and then bring the left hand back out to the left. Let's curl the right toes and step back to downward dog. Now keep the left foot grounded. Let's reach the right heel up towards the sky, bend the right knee and pull it in towards the chest, lowering it between the hands for pigeon. Relax the left leg back. That hip flexor is quite long already, so you might get a little bit deeper tonight than usual. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, let's fold forward. Bringing the forehead down to the mat, or maybe making a pillow for your forehead with your hands or forearms. Become as comfortable as possible so you can relax and get deeper into the stretch. Let's lift the head, neck, and chest up. Walk our hands back to either side of the right leg. Let's keep the right hand planted next to the right thigh so we can bend the left leg, reach back with the left hand, grab a hold of the foot or pant leg, draw the foot in towards the shoulders. And let's release. Bring the left hand forward and step back to downward dog. Root down through the right foot, lift the left heel, Bend the knee, pull the knee in towards the chest and lower it between the hands. Relax the right leg back. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold forward. Let's lift the head, neck, and chest up. Walk our hands back. Plant the left hand outside the left knee. Bend the right leg. Reach back with the right hand. Pull it in towards the chest and torso. Good. Let's release. Sit down into the left hip. Let's swing the right leg forward. And we're going to move into spinal twist. So step the right foot to the outside of the left upper thigh, sitting down into the right hip. Right hand behind the back. Let's inhale, left arm up, and exhale, lower it on the outside of the right leg, opening the chest to the right and looking over the right shoulder. Good. Before we release completely, let's release the upper body and then walk the left heel forward on the mat. So our shin is more or less parallel with the top edge. We're going to pick up the right leg, and ideally we're stacking the knees and ankles. But if that's not happening tonight, that's totally fine. Just bring that right leg somewhere on top of the left. Maybe that's ankle over ankle. That's okay. We're going to get a good stretch regardless of the placement of that leg. So root down, maybe pull the flesh away from the sits bones a little bit. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, reach forward as we fold. You'll feel that stretch through the outside of the glutes. Just drop your hands, draw your chin towards your chest, hold it there, breathing deeply. As you breathe, maybe you can inch your fingertips a little bit further forward. Good. Let's walk our hands back, lifting the chest, bringing the shoulders over the hips. And now we're going to switch our legs, moving to spinal twist opposite side. So the right knee is now bent on the mat, knee lines up with the center of the chest, left foot steps across, left hand behind the back. Inhale, right arm up as we rotate to the left, and exhale, lower the right arm down, looking over the left shoulder. And let's release. Bring the torso forward, walk the right heel forward, and pick up the left leg. Let's stack it on top of the right. It may be a very different placement than the previous side. So sit up tall, and let's inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Drop the hands, chin to the chest. Walk the fingertips out as you relax. Good. Let's release. Walk the hands back in, lift the chest up, and slide the legs away from one another. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Draw the thighs together and lean back for boat pose. So hands face the legs. Let's lift our feet off of the floor, finding length through the torso, drawing the abdominals inwards, breathing deeply. Good. Let's lower our toes to the mat. Keep the abs drawn in. Roll all the way back. Relax the shoulders, the back of the head down to the floor. Take a couple nice deep breaths here. And then if you'd like to move into shoulder stand, now is the time. You can move at your own pace and you can roll down at any time. Keep breathing deeply throughout. Good. Let's point and flex the feet. Bring one leg in towards your face. Reach away through the opposite leg. And then gently switch directions. And then begin to bring one foot down to the mat overhead, moving into plow pose, gently lowering the second leg. And then bring the palms down to the mat, bend the knees in towards your face, and slide the legs down the front of the body, gradually lowering the back, and then the soles of the feet to the mat. Tuck the shoulder blades onto the back of the body. Take a couple nice deep breaths. And then pick up the right leg. Let's place the right ankle on top of the left knee. Right hand through the legs, left hand on the outside of the left thigh. Draw the legs in towards your chest. Release your hands, lower the left foot to the mat. Before we switch slides, let's slide the right leg, bring the thighs together and our arms out to the side. And then very gently, we're going to lower the stacked knees down to the left, looking over the right shoulder, breathing deeply. Let's bring the knees back up. Right foot to the floor. Pick up the left leg, left ankle on top of the right knee. Left hand through the legs, right hand on the outside of the right thigh. Draw the legs towards your chest. And release. Slide the left leg, stack it on top of the right, arms out to the side. Gently lower the knees to the right this time, looking over the left shoulder. And let's lift the knees back up. And then lower them down. Heels about mat width apart, arms halfway between the hips and shoulders, palms up towards the sky. Tuck the shoulder blades under. Close your eyes. Just let your whole body relax, including your mind. Let go of any thoughts, plans, or ideas. Bring your awareness back to the body and the breath. And then bring your awareness all the way down your body to your feet and mentally repeat after me. My toes, feet, and heels are releasing and relaxing. My toes, feet, and heels are released and relaxed. My ankles, calves, and knees are releasing and relaxing. My ankles, calves, and knees are released and relaxed. My thighs, hips, and buttocks are releasing and relaxing. My thighs, hips, and buttocks are released and relaxed. My abdomen and lower back are releasing and relaxing. My abdomen and lower back are released and relaxed. My fingers, hands, and wrists are releasing and relaxing. My fingers, hands, and wrists are released and relaxed. My forearms, elbows, and upper arms are releasing and relaxing. My forearms, elbows, and upper arms are released and relaxed. My chest, back, and shoulders are releasing and relaxing. My chest, back, and shoulders are released and relaxed. My neck, head, and face are releasing and relaxing. My neck, head, and face are released and relaxed. My mind is calm, my breathing is even, and I am completely relaxed. Om. Gradually bring awareness back to your body and gently reach your arms overhead. Take a nice deep breath. Reach the arms to the right side and the left side. And then gently roll onto your right side, placing your left hand in front of your chest and pressing back up to a seated position. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Great job tonight, everyone. Thank you for working hard. I hope you're feeling good, nice and relaxed, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I will see you all next week.